conducted. Today's program was a bit different, in which one of the NGOs of Kupwara had, had they had coordinated with the district administration and had invited me, and I wanted my participation also to highlight some of the issues, particularly those which are related to law as far as women empowerment is concerned. For me, women empowerment means empowering women with education, financial stability, and giving them choices of their own, for their own expression, so that they can choose better life for themselves.
So you have narrated a couple of incidents we have inside where you have said that woman is not safe
Within household. Yes,
within household, even within household, where you have narrated an incident. So what do you think?
I have narrated two incidents inside, just to throw a bit more light upon them. One of the incident was about a woman who is alleged to have been using her own minor daughter for sexual exploitation. The other is in which a male father is alleged to have raped his own daughter. Both the father and mother, two different and most protective entities on the earth, are alleged. They are alleged. I am qualifying it specifically. The charges are yet to be proved, but they are behind bars for more than 2 years. And the statements, most importantly, the statements of their own wards. In case of the mother, the statement of her own daughter has been recorded, and she has implicated her own mother. And in case of the father, the statement of the daughter has been recorded by the court, and she has implicated the father that they have exploited them sexually. By mother had utilized the daughter in commercial sexual exploitation area, and the father had exploited it directly, sexually exploited the own daughter.
So, what is your primary take on this? What should be the primary responsibilities of a father and a mother, especially parents, with regard to the nurturing of the child?
See, the most important thing that we associate with parents is protection. By protection, we mean to say that they will provide for them in dire situations, provide them good, comfortable atmosphere in which they can express themselves. Nature has the only perfection possible on earth is of nature itself. And the job of parents is to ensure that children are given full expressions, so that a comfortable atmosphere is provided. If a parent is not able to provide a safe atmosphere to his or her own ward, that is the biggest failure of a society as a whole. Under such circumstances, the job of institutions like educational institutions, district administration has different institutions, judicial institutions have legal authorities, becomes all the more critical. They have to inform people, they have to identify vulnerable sections of society, sections of areas where they feel that a father of such an addict father, drug addict father, may be a potential danger to his own children. That is where we have to identify them, then make further contributions.
So you did talk about that the best empowering woman child is that we should provide her education. But on ground, while reporting, I have come across hundreds of schools in North Kashmir where you don't have separate toilet for these female students. So that tells upon the education, and after 10th they don't continue their studies. So that is a dilemma. So what do you think about that?
In fact, that's a grave area of concern that we must look into it, especially in a time when recently Supreme Court of the country had been asked that girl or woman during the times of their these periods should be allowed to avail leaves from school institutions as well as from working places. But Supreme Court dismissed them, that you should provide them separate hygienic toilet facilities as well as hygiene care. Availing a leave is not an option. While you say that availing a leave is not an option, you must simultaneously know that segregation is key for them. Having segregated toilet facilities is absolute necessary, it's basic necessary nowadays. And we must, from all directions, as civil representatives of civil society, as representatives of judicial institutions, as well as administrative institutions, make our own endeavors, identify institutions on priority basis, especially in areas where we feel that now the period of segregation from 10th, as you say, and that is right that we must identify areas where segregation is critical. It must be done.
So final question is, sir, the major concern is domestic violence, and why our women lack access to report these incidents, because in our conservative societies, women are not reporting the incidents, domestic violence and others. So what do you think, why we are lacking the mechanism?
We have helplines nowadays. Helplines are everywhere. Even district legal authority has a helpline. Women Hub has a helpline. There are general helplines, and women. Over a period of time, firstly they feel that every fight may not be reported, but over the period of time, if it is telling upon their health, it is indeed domestic violence. Then there are protection officers in the form of CDPOs or social welfare representatives. Those officers are mandated to take note of any domestic violence that is reported to them. SHOs are sensitized nowadays. For that, we need sensitization in the society as a whole, because woman may not report herself, but her neighbor should report, her sister should report, her friend should report. It becomes a collective responsibility as a society, because only then we will be able to ensure a safe and secure atmosphere.
So as a person connected to this legal system, what would be your message on this day to the parents, to the woman, to the girl?
My message in general is that women are created as companions of men. That's why they have a man inside a woman, even in literal terminological way. They have been created as companions, as equals. By companions, we mean to say they are equal, just like two wheels of a bicycle. Without one, the other will not ride. For a good ride, we need